Hello everyone. I just wanted to put a new post up of the progress of our 65 Mustang convertible. We recently just got it back from the body shop from Ron Moore Restorations. They have done an impressive job with the bodywork and the alignment of the vehicle. If you remember last time that you saw it in some of the previous videos, the quarter panels were completely gone, the back was completely gone. It was just the subframe rail that was showing. We had, of course, the floor pan completely replaced, and that was probably where the last video left off at. We finally got it in, and we're able to afford to get these back panels put on professionally. They were way beyond my expertise in getting them on. I did do, with the help of a neighbor and a friend of mine, to help put in these back rear trunk pans along with this back pan here and this one on this side. I did put in the fender well on this side. I did mess this side up pretty bad to where they had to cut it out because I just messed it up severely where it just wasn't salvageable. But the tail pan is on there really nice and straight. There was one issue that is quite interesting that the body shop called me in a panic about because they couldn't figure out what was going on because the tail panel here wasn't lining up 100% right like they wanted it to, and it was kind of scaring them because it was frustrating them because they couldn't figure it out. Turns out we had known that this thing had been wrecked on this side, run into a telephone pole or something based off the old sheet metal that was on there. It apparently pushed the frame rail down, and that caused a bit of a misalignment. You couldn't tell by looking at it that it was damaged, but it was tweaked down about an inch towards the back here, which caused major misalignment back here. And they called me in a panic, worried about that because they couldn't figure it out. And a couple days later, they finally figured it out and said they need to get over to a frame shop. So they had to raise that one subframe rail up about, I think they said about 3/4 of an inch to an inch to get the line up right, and it worked out really well. One thing that wasn't an inherent problem is right behind these end caps here. There's the rear quarter panel that it sits on. It was manufactured wrong. It was actually sitting a little too high, so it caused this to be too high up. And so they had to cut that spot welds out and reshift it down. That was just one of the inherent problems you get with aftermarket body parts that you know, if you're doing this yourself, you may come across, and it's just going to take a little bit of figuring out and thinking on what's going on. So once again, that was way beyond my level of expertise on that. But you can see pretty much down the line here, they've got this pretty darn straight. There's, you know, one little body filler won't handle when they get down to the block and sanding of it to put paint on her, which is going to be probably another 2 years away from us doing that. Because right now, at the next step, we're going to be getting all the suspension components and the drivetrain and all that stuff. I want to get that stuff mocked into place first before we start. I don't want to put a $10,000, $5,000, $2,000, whatever dollar paint job we decide to put on there. I don't want to mess it up either way and scratch it, because I think I'll be severely pissed if we do that. But as you can see, things are coming along really good. I like the valence, the GT valence with the backup lights and the exhaust. I think that'll look really nice on this car when we're finished with it. The trunk, the trunk lid, deck lid, you can see lines up pretty well. That line is pretty even all the way down. Same thing for this side, and also on the top side here, I don't fall off my trailer. As you can see, it's got a pretty nice gap all the way around to it as well. I did put some things in it, like these back seats here. I got those out of the attic and put those in there and just kind of sat in the car here for a little bit and just kind of wondered what it'd be like to have it fully running and on the road at some point. So little small things like that make projects worthwhile because they keep you dreaming and keep you going. At this point, the only thing that's going to keep me going is money. So that's, of course, we've drained it pretty much by getting it to this point. But that's a project, and projects are like that. They typically will drain your bank account, as many of you probably have experienced, and many of you have emailed me and such on that. So you fully understand that. Not much else to say other than what's going on there on this back end. Appreciate everyone's posts and comments on that. They've been a joy to read. If you got any questions, let me know. I'll give you my input on what I've come across and what to do and what not to do, more than likely, and what not to goof stuff up with when you exceed your level of expertise on how to do this stuff. So I appreciate it.